Welcome back. We are in Stationeers at the new base, and I left my labeler on. There you go. Annoying. Okay, so here in the new base, as you can see, a little bit has changed. I displays throughout the base that just cycles through and gives us an update on things around the base, like our battery percentage, how much oxygen, volatile, and fuel pressure we have, as well as how much our output of power is, so how much power we're using. So as you can see, we are outputting 22.8 kilowatts of power. So we are using a good chunk of power. In today's episode, the main thing is going to be building our workshop in this area. So I have two sets of printers printed out in these cardboard boxes here, and we are going to set those up here, as well as the sorting for that, which might get a little tight on room, but we're going to have sorters for ingots. So our ingot storage will be here as well. And the way that's going to work is using these chutes from our elevator network. We'll have one that's just our drop pipe. So if we're coming in from, say, over on the other side of the base, we can drop any orders and stuff into that pipe, and it'll go straight down to our workshop, or I guess our hangar down there. Yeah, down there to be sorted. And then if our furnace, which we will also be building in this episode, our furnace is going to go out here as well. Let's take a look. I'll show you the atmospherics that I got built in between episodes. So this is our CO2. So same as what we did in the last episode. The only difference is I did move the tanks. So as you can see, they are sitting down underneath the system now, which I missed one right there. So those are down underneath the system as well as in the wall here. So you can see that. Turn off our X-ray mode. And then, yeah, have those all connected up. So now we have CO2, nitrogen, and oxygen in the base. And then this is our fuel storage. So right here, we can look and see. So we have 5 megapascals of pressure in the volatiles pipe, 6.04 megapascals of fuel in there. And then I added in some more tanks for just our general storage of the gases. So as you can see, we have a bunch of pollutants in the system, which we're currently not doing anything with. Here's our oxygen. So same thing. Nitrogen, volatiles. And I did add an extra tank on the volatiles and oxygen just so we can read it, because these are closed systems for power-wise. And that was the easiest way to do that. And then I added in a ice crusher here just for straight volatiles in case we do run out of power. That way it doesn't have to go through our system. And then I added in filtration devices for our ices. So over here, we have our ice crushers. And we have our input chute, so we can drop our ice here. Gets filtered through or gets pushed through. And then all the ices will just get crushed by any of these crushers. And don't actually have anything in there. Oh, everything popped. Okay. So I had some nitrous in there from the nitrate production, but that's fine. And then, as you can see, we barely got anything in there, just a little bit of volatiles. So that's our ice production. I did have to expand out the base a little bit So I did extend out our inside. I got more signs there so we can see what is going on with the base. And then I added a room up there at the top. So let's go take a look at that real quick. Then we'll jump into our building up the workshop. Here's that. And we won't need our suits. So we'll take that off. Top up our water and food. Since we're down here. And then check on our canister here. It is filling up slowly. Swap those out. But added these in just so at a glance we can see how the pressure is in our pipe network. Let's take the elevator. And this is just our basic little console here. So this is a modular console mod. So we can see our charge, how much power we're generating, how much power we're using, our battery percentage, as well as the fuel pressure, O2 pressure, and volatile pressure in there. And these change colors depending on what the pressure is in the system. So if it's over 1 and less than 10, it's yellow. If it goes above 10, it goes green. And if we're under 1, it goes red. And then that's the chip to control it. So let's go up. I did add this pipe as well. And all that does is move the gases throughout the base. So let's see. Yeah, it's our gas sensor for the base currently at 23 degrees in here. And as you can see, there's something going on under here. And that is the cooling loop. So I have active vents here. All this does is pressurize the system. It'll run it up to, I think, 50. Yeah, 50 megapascals pressure in there. So on this system. And then we'll turn the valve on, opens it up to this pipe where this pump can take over and start running it into our cooling, which is just down below. And then it comes back up right here. And then empties back into our network, so it will take the cool gases and push it throughout the base. But let's go ahead and figure out how we are going to do this. Let's grab this, and this. So these are our different tool printers. We're going to have 2 sets of them. So let's think this through. How are we going to do this? I think we need to extend the frame out one more. Might be too high if we try to put another printer up there. Take a look though. So if we did have one up there, and say we had our auto lathe like that, that might work. We could do that, then have our second one right here on the ground. Nice. So if we grab our second one, we'd need to add a frame underneath to get this to work. Let's use our elevator. So if we did that, we'd need to add some frames in here. So we could do that. And then I think we'd be able to interact with that. So let's get those welded up. Let's see. So I think I need some plastic sheets. Oh, green sheet. Okay. Got those. And then cables. Then plastic sheets. And then screwdriver. So let's look. So we can interact with it from down here. And our second set of printers will mainly be used for any bulk printing. So if we're printing, like, say, a lot of pipes or sheets, stuff like that, then we could use our upper layer of printers to do that. And then our lower layer will be our main printers. So if we do something like that, I wonder what could we do to make it look a little nicer. Steel. There we go. If we just do one weld on it, then it doesn't quite look like it's just sitting there. And I think I actually want to move that back one. Yeah. So let's do that real quick. I think we need wire cutters. No, hand drill. Hand drill, angle grinder, wire cutters. Oops. Angle cutter, then the wrench. So if we move that back there, and use that, coils, and then the plastic. All right. So we can still interact with it from down here, which is what I was concerned about. That is good. Now, let's grab our autolive mods. So we got those there. So yep, still interact. And should be able to still print. So good. And then our power. And I figure we are going to need these split one. So this will be the control scripts. So we'll have one to run the printers up top, and then one for the printers down on the bottom. And I believe, let's actually take a look. So if we edit this, this is just the code I was using for the cooler, very basic. Yes, this is the code that I edited. That is Cows Are Evil, the YouTuber, and his channel. So this is his restocker, or his printer controller. I think, yeah, he doesn't do anything named, which means we are going to need these to be on separate networks, which is fine. We can make that work. We'll need a area power control, which I don't know if I have one here. Let's go check downstairs. Preferably 2 of them. We can make it work with just 1. Okay, you have 3. So, you come down here. Grab the other 2. So, I'll have 1 there. And 1 there. So we'll have our main power for the base come in right here. This one will just connect to this network. This one goes up and then powers that. That's how we will do that. So let's go like this, like this, like that. And that. There's that. Perfect. And there's those. Okay. Then we need to power up the system. There. And let's see. Where do I have power at? So we have power coming in from over here. So I should be able to run it straight up this way and then right along here to here and then bring it right there. Yeah. So just that. Turn that off. Okay. We'll run power up here. Right here. So we'll get this set up. This will be power for our printers. There's that. And the way, or the reason we had to go up above the airlock is you can't go underneath them, unfortunately. So there's that. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. So if we do that, we can interact, we can still search, and we can print. Awesome. So perfect. And then this one works. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get these closed. And okay. So here is, yeah, that code. And then this is the same code. The only thing I did was I added the rocket manufacturer. And I think the tool stacker, I don't know if the tool one is on there or not in his code. So we got that. Export it there. So there's one. Export it. And there's the other. So that should be good. Now comes the fun part. So we know I need some chutes. Do I have any up here? I don't think I do. I think it's all downstairs. Okay. Let's grab some chutes from the bottom of the base. There we go. I'll need a good amount of them since we're also going to do some logic sorters and stuff after we get this set up. But let's head back up. There we go. And there's our stackers. Okay, so we're going to use reverse and reverse right there. So that's good. We can control it from down here. So that's good. Oh, the only thing though is getting power through, because that's going to be in the way on this one. We'll make it work. I think we can just go underneath. So there's that. The inlets now. So let's get that one wired up. That guy wired up. And we will go like this. There we go. So now they both come out right here. That's good. And then this guy. Yeah, so we'll do this give one. So the inlet. Go like that, so we can toss stuff in right there. And then this one, I think we do it like that. And then run it straight up and over. So if we are going to do that, go to here. You'll have to go up one. You can go straight through there. So like that. Oh, can't go that way. Okay. In that case, we'll just go this way. Perfect. So we can dump ingots in right there. I'll send it up to there, or we can throw them in right there, and this one will go up there. This one for here. That comes down here. Awesome. So let us get those wired up. Some more wiring. So it just goes like that, like that. Should have power now. So if we turn these guys on. Device not found. Yeah, because we don't have everything placed. Perfect. So we got power there. And I think we go like this. And there's that. So that will be power continuing on to the next one, which might actually be better to do it that way. So if we go like this, so that one will need to stay. That one could go in like that. And then we just have power going straight across there. We'll have walls that we can put up to block that. That way we don't see the cabling. And then I think if we put a floor grate down like this up there, it might hide the cabling in the front. But there is one printer. So there's our auto lathe. Let's get our next one, which definitely needs some space. So we'll go like that. Just rip up this floor grating here for now. Okay. And for now, I'll just do that. Let's get our printers. So I think next one we'll want is our pipe bender. So let's go like that. We need at least one space to get our piping through. So we'll do it that way. And then our electronics printer. And same thing, we'll need 2 spaces in between them. There's that. And tool manufacturer, I only made one of those. So we'll put that down on the end. There's our rocket. And then tool manufacturer will be here on the end. We don't need a double printer of that. But everything else, make it a little easier for us. So there's that. Let's grab our other printers. So electronics printer. Oh, where's our... Okay, so pipe. It is all the way back, right? Yep. Right, yep, did do that, right? So there's that one. And then, except for I put it in the wrong spot. Okay, so. Right, okay, yeah, it is. So, right there. And electronic printer. And rocket. So there's that. And tool. 2 off. Perfect. Now let's get this all wired up. So iron sheets first off. go. So done with that. Cable coils. And should be, I think it's plastic, right? Yep. Then screwdriver. Perfect. And tool printer mod. Electronics printer mods. And pipe bender. Perfect. So all of these are empty. We can put that back. Over here with my empty boxes. Okay, let us um so just need to run this power line all the way down. So kind of like we did up over there, just gonna have one input in. So like that. And while we're here, do that. That needs to connect in to the stacker. There's that. And then straight pieces. Oops. Oh. Right. These ones are this way. And like that. And this. There we go. Oh man. There we go. Okay. So that's that done. Top ones are all powered up. I just need to do the same here with the bottom ones. Oh, need some more food. Okay. I think I got some bread over here. Pop up our water as well. Okay. So we are cooling down to 22 degrees. Perfect. Okay. So, yep, got power everywhere. which means we can set these back up. That. Probably need some more chutes. And now comes the stackers. There, right there, right there, right there. Just enough. Which I will need to make some more, but at least we have that built. Okay, and yep, power works. Awesome. So that's good. Now shoots. So we'll get the bottom layer done first, since we have to run everything over the top for the top layer. So now we can come down right there. So yeah, we'll move that one. Oops. Go. And this one should just be straight pieces. So straight, yep, right there. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. So got those on there. And then we need the inlet for these guys. Perfect. And then we're going to do that one right there, that one right there, and that one right there. And just do same thing. So these corner pieces. Oh, don't need this one. Okay. Corner, corner, corner. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. So that's our inputs hooked up. Now I just need to do outputs. Right there. Right there. Right there. There. What we could do is do windows on there so we can see items moving through. I think that'd be interesting. So, yeah, we'll do windows. Same with the top here. Which means I'm gonna need to go grab some more. But let's get these change over to windows. There we go. So windows on there, we'll grab some more chutes. Do like the view on the base is pretty cool. Just gotta stop to look at that. And yeah, temperature even all the way down here is 22. So having this pipe network hooked up throughout the base definitely helps with the cooling and heating of it. And then as well as having it on the airlocks makes the cycle a lot faster as well. That's a nice benefit of that. I was gonna say, I thought I had some more chutes in here. Go. Oh, almost done. Okay, so window. Perfect. Yeah, windows on these ones probably don't matter. But I'll just do straight solid ones. Double checking. Yep. Okay, so those are all good. And awesome. Now, if we turn that on, device not found at line 58. Let's take a look here. So what is going on at line 58? Stacker on. One of them will have to get rid of that. Yeah, we are using the reverse stacker for everything, correct? So this should be prefab hash 41623. Stacker. Yeah, 41623. Yeah, we're using reverse stacker on everything. Guy is on this network. Yeah. Okay. And those guys are all hooked up, yeah. Device not found. Do we need to turn everything on first? What is going on? Stacker. Tool stacker. Oh, that's what it is. How did we name these? Pipe rocket tool. Okay. That's what it is. What was the auto lathe? Auto lathe stacker. That's right. So auto lathe stacker. Electronic stacker. Sure. A rocket stacker. And then this should be tool stacker. So there's that. And then now that should be working. And if we turn you off, awesome. And there's those. And if we reset you, no issues. Turns you on and off. On off. On off. And on off. Awesome. So that is our sensors set up. What we will do is take a look and see how it looks welded up. So if we weld that up, still have that window there. That could leave one here. Do I want that? Might be nice to get around to the backside. So we will take these off. Go. Okay. So there's that. We can put a storage locker or something here. Then we can still look out and see this side of the base. It doesn't take up too much room. So awesome. There's that. Now the bottom down here. Let's see. So don't need this one. Yeah, I think I will actually remove those. I know technically they gotta be on a foundation, which they kind of are because they are put into the back here. We will just ignore that. Yep, 50.7, so the pipes don't like the pressure, but it's not causing any damage. They're just yelling at us, so that's fine. So, if we go stand over there, does that make... Can we hear it? Yep, just a little. I think I can change the safety on that so it doesn't pressurize as much. I'm gonna set it down to 40. Perfect. Okay. So I think I will do a cut here. I will run through the old base, grab all of our ingots that are over there, bring them over here so we can start manufacturing stuff here. So I'll turn that into a time lapse because it's going to be fun to pick up all those ingots coming out of the printers that we have over there. But now we can start actually making the items that we need here instead of at the old base. So currently the old base, the only thing we're relying on it for now at the moment is smelting ingots as well as growing food. But we will get the furnace built in this episode as well. That way the only thing we have left is just the food, and I think I'll do that off camera because it's basically the same thing. We already have our greenhouses over there. We have our inputs for all our gases, so it's just using the same code to keep the CO2 and nitrogen levels in the room, and then if the O2 is over, then it just takes and pushes it into the brown pipe here that we have going down through the base. So this guy here, that just goes to our atmospherics out here. But I will turn this into a time lapse, so I'll see you guys here in a moment. All right, we are back. So we have all of our ingots from the old base. Take our suit off since we don't need it on. Ended up needing to make another backpack. Thankfully, I had enough materials to do that. Let's see. So I think we will just drop everything here. Just make sure I didn't tuck anything else aside. Actually, I can leave this in the backpack and just dump the backpack there. Since that whole backpack is full of materials, and that should be everything. Okay. So we got that. Next is our sorters. And this is all going to be done underneath the base. So I have our computer here with our sorter motherboard. So that will be set up down here. We have our input and output here. So I'm thinking the way we are going to do this. So the way this works is build one. So your material will come through here, and I believe it's the right side by default. If that item matches whatever you set it to on the computer, doing it this way, that item will come out here on this side, and then everything else passes through on the other side. That way you can chain them together like this. And that's what we are going to do. So let's take a look. How many different ingots do we have? So we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different ingots. So we're going to need 17 sorters, and then 1 sorter to ensure that it's only ingots that pass through. So we're going to need 18 sorters total. Means I need another 8 stackers or sorters. And I believe that is in our electronics printer. If we do sorter, oh no, it's not. Okay, must be in the auto lathe. So sorter, yep. We need 8 of those, and we need iron, gold, copper. We have gold right there, and iron right there, and some copper. So start that print, and then we also need stackers, and that is iron and copper. So grab another thing of iron, or copper on that one. And then I think we have some more iron, yeah, right there. Oops, too short. Okay, and then how many of these do we need? I think we are pretty low. Oh, we are completely out, so let's make 20 of them if we can. I think we should be able to. While those are printing off, we can jump back down and at least get 10 of these placed. All right. So we will first start it off with right here. So this is going to be our sorter ingot. So this is going to check to make sure the item is a ingot. If it's not, it will come out here on the left side, and we will just pass that through. And I think either dump it right here or somewhere else. But we'll get that turned on. So the way, let's think about this, where we're going to get our vending machines. So I have a bunch of vending machines here and some refrigerated ones already printed off. And we're only going to do the small vending machines because we're going to do max stack size of 500. So that'll be 10 stacks of 500 that we can keep inside the vending machine. And these lockers are all going to move. Should we do it over here next to our elevator? That'd be kind of cool. And we can bring each one up. The only thing is, How many did I say we needed? 5, 10, 17 of them. So we got to have 17 of these placed. And there's our stackers. Or sorters. So if we need that many of them, and we got to think too that we also need to have 17 sorters down there underneath the base. So maybe we do it over here. So we could do go right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that is our row of vending machines. So it gives us, doesn't block this walkway. And then I can also use the large vending machine over on this side here for our food products. So that will also go into a refrigerated vending machine. So that's what these up there are for. So if we do those right there, let's get these all welded up. So I need plastic sheets. Get all of these turned on. So there's that. Let us also make some chutes because we're gonna need those. And we can do that. I think they make faster in here. So chutes, basic chutes. It's just iron. Oh, that was a mistake. So iron, iron, iron. And let's get 100 of those printed. Set that to 500. Oh, we're actually out of iron. Okay. But let's grab some of these. Still have some more in this backpack. And in there. Okay. So we got 19 stackers. Perfect. All right. Now, do I want to do the stackers up here since we're already using this space? So if I do that, I could do them this way. That's gonna be real tight though. We only need to set them once, so it wouldn't be an issue. Actually, the issue would be power, trying to get power into all of them. So instead of doing that, we will do that on the bottom. In that case, we just need these corners. And we will need to come out one. So go straight. And we drop down. That. And then we need another straight. Actually, two more. I am not looking forward to trying to pass all those in underneath. That's going to be very tight. Here's some more chutes. Right there. Okay, so that's all our chutes pass through to the bottom. Now we can see them down here. Gonna have to move these, which is fine. Should put that all over here in the corner. So let's do that. So there's those. Same with water. There's that. Just put those in there for now. Okay. So I'll go over there. This one's empty. And then toss that over there. And toss that over there. Perfect. Okay. So what is the best way of doing this? So it's gonna come out on the right side. So it might be easier. So I'm thinking we might have to pick just one of these for now. So we do. let that drain just so we don't have to listen to the pipe creak. Might be, so if we come this way and we can go maybe offset them, up, down. Not the sorters themselves. Well, might need to do that. Okay, let's see. Pressure in there's good, good. Once this is empty, I'll turn this one off as well, just so we can think, hear ourselves think. So I have that one over there. Almost empty. I think if we come in from this side, right? But I gotta have room for the stackers. Okay. So let's think about this. Okay, let's start with the stackers, because I know we will need those. So I could do that. And then I go like this. That'll allow us to wire everything together. Looks weird, but we won't be down here, so I'm okay with it. Otherwise, we have to spread them out even more, and really don't want to do that. Let me just have this guy here. This guy's special, so we'll save him to last. Okay, so if we do that, then we can come in from this side here. Actually, no, this is going to be a whole wall. Okay, so let's turn all of these on. There's that. Let's get these wired up, because I did leave enough room. Okay. Thankfully. That's that cable. We'll pull everything. These guys will actually need to run straight up, now that I think about it. So get these placed. That's all those wired. That's fine. Okay. So there's that. Let's bring it down right here. That. I don't know if I'm gonna put these on their own network with the area power control. Might make it a little bit easier if we do that. But what we are going to do first is give me a memory. Yeah, fine right there. Give me input output and give me a batch writer. Batch writer. Be. Oh yeah, I should put these on their own network before I do this. Okay. Actually, go this way. Because we don't need power for this. Just need power on this guy. Okay. Yep, so we can turn that on. So inputs here, outputs there. And all be on this shared network with this. Okay, perfect. So read in from that memory, output to the stackers, and I want to set the setting. So come over here to the memory, set this to 500, turn that on. As you can see, it went through and set all the stack sizes for me. That way I don't have to use the labeler and go through each one. So just a nice thing you can do with the logic memory. Simple thing. And there's that. I'll leave that disconnected for now, because if we do make it its own network, we can just put an area power control right there. So now, let's look at our sorters. So we should be able to, we'll do one there. We need a space though. Actually, yeah, because we're gonna have to go up anyways. It won't matter. So I think I can just go like this. Right? And then that'll be for that last guy. Yeah. So what I am thinking is, so this goes to this one, which will be that. Yeah. Okay. This guy is going to be a little different. So we're going to have to put that stacker somewhere else or run this pipe underneath or something. So that one I'll save till the end. Got these. Turn these on just in case. Can't get to them. And then we go the other way. And okay, this guy's gonna be difficult too. Okay. We go. We'll do 2 spaces out. And what that will allow us to do is we'll take the conveyor from right here, like this, go up, then over, and then connect. So these stackers will all be to the bottom. So these sorters will all be to the bottom stackers, and then these sorters on this line will all be to the upper stackers. And then our input will just do a nice loop. So what we could do is actually just bring it in from right over here, send it down this loop, goes all the way down, comes back this way. And then anything that is not an ingot, for whatever reason, if it does get tossed in there, and just come straight out right here. So yeah, I think I will get all of that hooked up just that way. And I'll time lapse it. That way you don't have to sit here and watch me slowly place these. So I'll be right back once I have all of these hooked up. All right, welcome back. So we are completely out of iron, which means I cannot make any more chutes. So we are stuck at the moment on this project. I'll have to go get some more iron processed. But to do that, we'll need a furnace set up here in the base. So we will work on that instead. That way we can make some iron. But in the meantime, what I did was I added these overflow chutes. So now if this fills up, so we'll have 10 stacks of 500 and then another stack and another stack. So we'll have 12 stacks total that we can store. Anything over that will get processed or pushed out from here into this line. And then I'm going to have all of these hooked together. And then I think I will just have it go straight down right here and then dump out down there in the bottom. So that will be the plan on that. Let's see. If we take our screwdriver apart, or our computer apart, and move it, I think we will move it right over here. I think that'll be a good spot to control all of this. So we'll go right there. Get this wired up. Okay, let's figure out how we are going to do this guy. So I think the easiest way would just be just go up like that. Then we just need corner, corner, and then straight across. And then this one will go down and then in for there. So that covers that one. And then the stacker for this guy. Let's see, we are coming out right here. So what the easiest way might be is we move the water pipe. Yeah, because if we move the water pipe, then we can move this guy back down. And I don't need water over there quite yet. So I'll be able to figure out what we're going to do with that now. We can go like that, and then, yeah, I want it straight in. And the stacker, we will use a reverse stacker. That way the power is on this side. So turn that on. And it's just one of them, so we'll just go like this. Set our 500. Take our wires back out. There's that connected. And then this guy also needs to get connected. I'll go like that. So there's that. And then I think we will move this one because it doesn't need to be over here now. So if this is our input, it could go, yeah, like this. Drops it down in, and then everything else we can pull out and then push to this side. I think that's how we will do that one. Oh, God. There we go. So, grab you. We will turn our power this way. Okay. Now it's all on its own network. And we just need a area power supply now. So that'll be electronics printer. Area. We need iron for that. Never mind. Should have one more, I believe, downstairs still. So I think we had 3. Yeah. Okay. Grab this. Oops. Got one at this level. Okay. So come over here, connect it in right here. Oh wait, it is out of the way. And now we should have power. Perfect. There's that. Get all of these turned on. Okay. And now comes the fun part of looking through all of these. So I need to go through, add Okay, so just starting with the first one, we'll go through it. So this is sorter ingots. This is going to be the main controller. So if we look through our list here, you should see a sorter ingot down here at the bottom. And the way this is going to work is we are going to so we got to find ingots class. And then we go up to the top. Should be able to grab some of these ingots here. Let's check the special alloy ones. Some steel, some solder, grab some copper and gold. So the way this should work now is if we put that in, so it comes out on that side. Oh, don't tell me. Okay. Oh. That's why. I was not on the correct one. Okay. So sorter ingot. Ingot. Okay. Now if we look. So this, yep. And there we go. So none of those match the white list, so that's why it went out all the way on this side, but it did drop off here on the right side. And now if we check with, say, yeah, so that doesn't match the ingot class, so it gets kicked out. So that's why it's on that side. So I will cut here, and I will see you guys in a moment once through this list and renamed everything to the ingot it will be, as well as set up the filter on it. But it's just a very long process of me scrolling through here and then finding ingots, which in my experience, it's usually, or no, the ores are down at the bottom. Yeah, ingots are kind of here in the middle. And then I set the ingot, and then I will go through and then test each single one. So I will see you guys here in a moment. All right, let's look at our furnace setup. So all of this needs to get pulled off. And these silos, I think we are going to move further down. I want to make some room over here so we can have our water water filtration, just like we have over there. So we'll do water over here. I think we have enough room. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We need at least 3. 1, 2, yeah. So let us tear this stuff up. Get all of this out of the way. I am thinking probably want to do 4, 5 of them at least to move over. So we will pick all of this stuff up. Oh, gotta love that low gravity. Let's go this way. Oh, did I go too far? I think I did. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right here. Okay. I did not. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's all of that picked up. Let us those. And these take a while to build or construct and deconstruct, and a lot of material. So there's that. We just need crowbar. And I will rebuild this system and set it all up in between episodes. Pretty much the same thing that we did with the ingots. So, not missing much. It's just very tedious. Okay, and then I think we need an angle grinder. This will give us all the steel back. I need 15 steel a pop. So very expensive to build. There's that. And I think, yep. There's that. And silos. Oh yeah, they only stack to 10. Okay. Get this guy out of here. So sorter. Computer that we will use for controlling everything again. And here's that. Okay. Now just to clean up our cable mess. Yeah, very time consuming to do all this. I will in between episodes. So I'm gonna rebuild our silos, our storage. I'll set all that up, and then I'll also do the farming. So I'll get the greenhouse going. I'll just get everything moved in through the farming, get it all set up with like the atmospherics controller, all of that, and then the Larry, will do that on camera so we can see how that works. Okay, so that is all of this cleaned up. Do I have more lockers? I think I do. And here, yeah, one more. Do a medium one. There we go. Do it just right there. And get some of that stuff cleaned up. There we go. What's that? And steel. There we go. Okay, so for the advanced furnace, we do need some electronic parts, so grab those. I have 3 of them here. I don't think we'll use all 3 of them. And let's see. So if we do input on this side, that means we'll need ores coming from there. And then output, we could possibly run around the backside of the furnace. So yeah, we'll build it there. Here's our electronic parts. And then I think we need steel. And then screwdriver. Okay. So there's that. We'll need an input and an output, which will be coming from over there. So let's actually take a look and see. So this brown pipe here is going to be our output, and that is coming from right over there, which I don't want to. If I do connect it to this pipe, I want to use a one-way valve on this side of the pipe. That way I'm not pushing hot gas from the furnace into the inside of the base and heating it up with this uninsulated pipe. So let's see. Oh, I do have this pipe here underneath, so we could go straight through right there. We do need fuel as well, so we could bring fuel and everything else right through here underneath. This is our overpusher out to the system there. So I think we will do that. So we're gonna bring it in from right here. And let's grab our miner. Okay. And we can bring it to right here, I'm thinking. Okay. So we got that. We already have this pipe right here. So we can just use that pipe. Should have, yeah, pipes on here. So this will be our venting. I believe that is our top pipe. Yeah. So let us bring it out like this. And output pipe can go right through here. I'll have room to, yeah, our input is right there. So yeah, we can run it across the wall here and then connect it in from the top. So I think that's how we will do that. And if we keep these on the ground, we can go with a pipe across the top. So this is our output pipe. So we will go up, up, over, like this. There's that. So that is output. And just so I don't get confused, color it. And then we have our little pipe right here. We can just go like this. And then that brings fuel to the side of the base as well for doing the water. So we will bring fuel like this. And some more. Oh, one too many. Okay. So we can see what we're doing. There we go. Close that. There's that. All right. So that gives us fuel through here. Output through there. So now we should have everything we need to control this furnace. Or to run the furnace. And let us weld this stuff back up. Oh, my frames are not happy at the moment. Wonder if that has something to do with it. Let us see what is going on. Something happened. Let's disconnect the fuel. I believe we had a pipe rupture. Let's turn that off. Oh god. Everything's on fire. Let's grab another insulated tank for fuel. Let's rotate that down. Do that right there. Okay, pressure relieved. If I had to guess, I am thinking something ruptured. Fuel pipe, most likely. Oh god, everything in here is destroyed. Okay. Oh man, all the LCDs melted. Going on up here. Cooling system seems to be fine. Oh man. We are dangerous on there though. Actually, no. That's fine. That is fine. Have a bunch of stuff over here. What is going on over here? Did we have our volatiles are fine over here. Carbon dioxide ices. That's from my cooling system breaking a couple times. Yeah, like that. Okay. So this guy is overpressured. Is that right? Yep. And this is set to 50. Let's turn that down to 45. There we go. So that will empty that system out. Let us see. So all the cables got destroyed. The active vent, gas sensor's still fine. So active vent got destroyed. That is why I used blast door. So deconstruct that. Deconstruct that. Did we lose? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all the regular cable burnt up. So that is fun. Thankfully, power is still good. I'm thinking we turn you on. Does that tell us anything? I didn't even disconnect the correct pipe. So let's just reconnect that. As well. Wasn't doing anything. Okay. Oops. Still got to fix these. Yeah, so all of these pipes broke. This one did not. It is almost about to break. So let's fix all this stuff. This guy, if we go like this and like that, it should fix that. Yep. Let's turn it down to 30 liters as well. And this guy burnt through a lot of cabling and we lost our filters. I think they are destroyed, so thankfully we still got those ones over there. Okay. Not expecting that to happen in this episode. So this guy's good. Need to fix this guy. Go. Turn you down to 30. That way we don't get too high of pressure in there again. So we're good on filters, good on filters, good on filters, filters. We're just missing volatile filters. So what we can do is steal one off of there. Oh, we need a chip as well. Oh man, okay. All these guys should be good. I think if we have that closed, it should protect the chip. So we'll close those. Oh man, we need carbon dioxide filters on here. Okay. Okay, so there's all that. So I think it was a combination of the tank pressure almost getting too high, as well as the fuel pressure definitely being too high. We still have our atmosphere in there, and it looks like our generator stuff is still good. So I will get that fixed in between episodes. Let's finish up this welding so we can use our airlock. There's that one. And that one. Okay, so that is welded back up. Did we lose our door? Yeah, we lost our door that was here. Might make a second blast door to go right here. But let's take a look. All of that is good. Anything in here get destroyed? I don't think so, because it was protected by these walls and windows. So that is good. Let us connect power here. And we can just do that. Right through here. Power good. Fuel. All right, and we have temperature. There we go. We have temperature. So we close that, and I think I got some ores on me. Yeah, got some more iron. So if we toss that in there. Get the temperature up a little higher. There we go. And there's that. Awesome. So we have ores in the system. And if we just take one of these chutes here for now and do a inlet like that, should be able to just go, oops, go like that, and that should go all the way up to the top of the base. So if we look, yeah, goes all the way up. We are good on there. Make sure this drains. Perfect. And how's our pressure in here? So we are sitting at 35 on the waste and 35 on the input. But I think that is where I will end the episode. Had a little bit of a disaster here. Yeah, all the LCDs we had are destroyed. This airlock needs to be rebuilt. All the logic units that I had down here controlling our LCDs have been destroyed. Thankfully, it doesn't look like anything in there exploded since the logic units are still down on the ground. So it looks like these windows did their job of, yeah, these reinforced windows protected the generator room. So it's literally just something in here caused the base to explode. Not sure what. We will figure that out. But eventful episode. Got a lot done. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one.